Thank you for all of the feedback on the previous couple of episodes. We will be signing, at your request, or at your confirmation, this young right-back regen, Raul Perez-Sayol, from Athletic Club de Bilbao. We shall approach to sign and hopefully bring him in for next season. He's going to want a pay rise, supposedly. We haven't got a massive amount of money actually available to us. Oh, okay. I can afford his wages. It's all been transferred into the wage budget. I wasn't sure how high that would actually go. 150 grand is fine. We certainly will be able to afford his wages then. I had a slight inkling that I only had about 25 to 30 grand available, but evidently, no, we can afford it. It's not a problem. I'll offer him 35. It said I'd have to offer him somewhere between 32 and 47, wasn't it? I think it said in the previous thing. Can I offer him 200 grand as a sign-in bonus? Yes, we can. I've no idea if they'll accept that or not. They will. Brilliant. I don't know why the Norwich manager is his agent, but regardless, Perez-Sayol and Barrenechea will both join us next season on freeze, which is superb news. Today, we have actually a pretty difficult run of games. Liverpool, City, Leicester. Big break between the Liverpool and City games. Obviously, international break in between, and the game has been moved from the Saturday to the Sunday. But only the 3 games in the month, and then tomorrow, actually, we will have that one-off final for the Carabao Cup. Will be the only time we ever do a one-off final for the Carabao Cup, but as it's our first genuine massive cup final here at the club, I feel like it deserves to have its spotlight for the time being. And actually, this first game is going to be a bit of a trial run. Liverpool are, well, they were top of the table, and they're second now, and Arsenal actually have really shot above them. I haven't checked the top of the table for a little while, concentrating mainly on where we are. Rather unsurprisingly, we're 12th, 5 points above the relegation zone, and with 3 well, to be fair, on paper, Leicester should be a game we should be very competitive in. So I hope we can get a win there, but the opening 2 games against Liverpool and Manchester City, I expect to be pretty difficult. We haven't fared well against Liverpool this season, but we did beat City, obviously, in the Carabao Cup recently when we played them by 4 goals to 1. Admittedly, I was 1-0 down until the 67th minute. So it might be more of that than the last third of the game. We lost 1-0 to Liverpool last time we played them in the league, though, so expecting a tough task again. And then it just depends what Manchester City turn up, I guess. But we'll be able to hopefully, maybe, get something from this first game. Definitely want at least 3 points, though, from today. I want to win in that Leicester game. I wanted to win in the Bournemouth game the other day, and we didn't get that either. So we'll wait and see how things go. Starting lineup-wise, I mean, everyone else is tired too, so Cantwell and Mepham will continue to hold down those first-team spots for now. Alisson in goal for Liverpool. Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson and Trent. Brandt, Don Brown and Dele Alli. New signing for them, of course. Dele Alli in their most recent January transfer window. Bobby Firmino has 16 goals in 32 games so far this season. So, yeah, he's having a good year. He's having a really good year. Hopefully, though, we can hold firm for a point. It was close in that 1-0 defeat earlier in the season. But with the introduction of Dele Alli into their midfield, who scored against us for Tottenham recently, it is going to be a much tougher test. And obviously, Don Brown, now 86 rated, and has really improved yet further since we sold him to Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp perhaps asking for a penalty there. It is to be a corner, though. I just bumped him off as the corner, or the shot, sorry, came in. Maddison will take this short, and Salah will probably... well, I read the jink onto his left. I just couldn't do anything about it. I've no idea whether that's a corner or a goal kick. It's to be another corner, which they will take short again. Let's see, is Salah going to cut back onto his left? He did. Ah, thank you. Campos will race away. Not sure how old Mo Salah will be in this third season? 6th season now. But this is a hell of a counter-attack. Julian Brandt can't catch me up. I am going to need some support, though. And here is Abadia. Just didn't quite have the angles to find the pass that I wanted when I wanted it then. But that's worked very well. Okay, Reke's touch is heavy. Campos is making me some good movement. Here's Ollie Skip through there, looking for Abadia. And Don Brown intercepts. Trying to cut apart this Liverpool defence might well be pretty damn difficult. And what doesn't help is the fact that I'm wearing a dark blue navy kit and the referee is wearing all black. So that's going to cause me a lot of trouble. I genuinely can't even spot where the referee is there. This is going to cost me so... Oh, terrible free kick. It's going to cost me a lot of opportunities in this game, isn't it? Transfer market confirmation that Ndidi has left Leicester and gone to Atletico Madrid. That hopefully will make Leicester easier to play against in the third and final game. But 2 big games to start the day off here. Rolls, trying to get away from Brown, but just can't do it. Got to be one of the best CDMs in the Premier League now, Don Brown, by this point, surely. 20 minutes in, though. It's still 0-0 here against Liverpool, but rather obviously they are the better side in possession. We're just kind of hoping for any sort of counter-attack to have an opportunity on goal. Fancy from Firmino. Brilliant footwork from Brandt. I don't know whether it was a wonderful save, but certainly a necessary save from Julian Brandt's effort. Was travelling towards goal, struck very firmly. I think that might have been going wide, actually. Oh, maybe it was sneaking in. Not the best of angles, really, to tell. Maddison to take the corner. This one will come into the middle. Dele deals with it. Salah back to Maddison. Stop it, lads. Don't get too cocky. Let's just get rid of that. Okay, that was wonderful. A little bit lucky. It would be the respectful thing to do. Oh, Salah's just left me standing there. Waiting for him to try and cut back on his left, which he doesn't do. Firmino brings it down and scores. Brilliant goal for Liverpool. That certainly has been coming. Didn't expect Salah to cross on his right. And then Firmino's chest control there and subsequent finish is very good indeed. Brings it down on his chest and volleys in the same motion. Stefan can only get fingertips to it, but can't keep it out. His 17th goal of the Premier League season. And Liverpool have themselves that 1-0 lead that they had the last time they played us. Dele. Oh, nice tackle by Ollie Skip, but getting away from me here. Dele still going. Brandt makes it 2. I couldn't put a foot in there once he got in the box because it would have given away a penalty. I had to just hope that either the keeper saved it or there was an auto block of some sort. If I stick a toe in there, then Dele goes down and that's a pen. Or if I try and block the shot from Julian Brandt, he goes down and that's a pen. Quick fire double from Liverpool. And we're 2-0 down the 42nd minute. I think it might be 3 points for the home side here at Anfield. Skip. Driven forward. Abadir with, well, a really awkwardly hit pass for Jack Rolls. And then tackled by Trent. That's not gone well for me at all, has it? We do have Manchester City next. I've made a change in this second half now to take Cantwell off and bring Clark on the left-hand side. Cantwell obviously was the lowest stamina player when we came into the game, and with a lot of running on that left-hand side has completely lost all of his stamina by the time we came to making the change. I might have to make a couple others between now and the end of the game if we're to stand a chance of getting ourselves back into this. I'm going to try and play this inside here. And, oh, Abadia's there. And, oh, no, it's gone behind Campos. Oh, it's frustrating. Looking for Okereke through there, but Van Dijk's in the way. Trying to dominate this second half the same way they did the first, but a poor pass there from Skip has given the ball away. And, well, it's to be, or maybe it's not to be more on the back foot action. Get there, please, Abadir. He's done well. God, Jack Ross made a great run. I just couldn't find him. Abadir again. Rolls again, making another run. He's looked for with the through ball, but he's just not got long enough legs to get to that. 23 minutes to go. We've been better in possession in this second half, but still don't look like getting anything out of this. Aguero's just made it 4-0 for City against Burnley. Just what I need. Them to be in great goal-scoring form. Mepham are doing just... Oh, I don't even know what that pass was. Thankfully, it's not cost me, but they'll have a corner here. Firmino going off now. Liverpool clearly confident of getting their victory. Firmino off and Patrick Cutrone on. Decent punts that by Stefan, to be fair. Oh, my lord. That's gone a long way wide. Okereke quickly to Abadir. Now make the run for me. Oh, Okereke. I'm trying to just roll Virgil there to then get the ball through to Okereke as he made the run into the space left by the gap in the defence. But nothing seems to be bouncing my way here in this game. Nor do you really expect things to bounce your way at Anfield, but still, oh, what a challenge. It still would have been nice to have scored a goal here at Anfield in our first season in the Premier League. We still could. There is still time, but it's looking less and less likely as that time ticks away. I get that through to Ethan Clark, though. I think it might have been offside, actually, Ethan Clark there. Although play has continued, and Wilson delivers, and it's hit Salah. And we'll go out for a corner. He was actually... Referee spotted the deflection, says Martin Tyler. I'm not too sure that was difficult to spot, to be honest. Wilson with the header! We did score a brilliant header from a corner with Nathan Collins recently, but unfortunately from this one, Wilson, he's just not got enough on it. It's glanced off his head and has gone well wide. Back to Dele Alli at Liverpool, looking to add a bit of gloss to the scoreline, but Ethan Clark's determined to at least have something to say about denying them that. Although Dele will still have his shot. Bowled out quickly here, though. Flick that round the corner. Oh, wasn't meant to go to Okereke. It was meant to go to Jack Rolls. And possession given away. And Liverpool on the attack again. I really was hoping to get something from this game. Is he onside there, Groitz? He's not. I didn't think so, but still. Oh, I was hoping to get something from this. With the way that we played against City in the the first leg of the Carabao Cup. I felt like there might just have been something for us here to show the improvements we've made since that first game against Liverpool in the league, where obviously players were a lot lower rated and we hadn't yet adjusted to football at this level. As things appear, apparently, we're actually worse than we were at the beginning of the season, although I don't feel that is the case. We do still get the defeat. Oh, it's lovely footwork from Julian Brandt there. I do feel that we're growing well, but evidently I just was not good enough at Anfield. And City batter Burnley by 5-0, and now we have to go to the Etihad. Lovely. That defeat against Liverpool has seen us drop to 17th. We do have a game in hand, as everybody else seemingly is, or everybody else but Villa, has played on the previous Saturday. Villa have Bournemouth in their game in hand. We have Manchester City away. The gap is still 5 points to the relegation zone. And it's so close. It's so close. If we win, we could go back to 12th. But if Villa win their game in hand, and even if we win or draw, the relegation fight is still very much a thing here. And we cannot switch off to the teams below us. I cannot afford to get complacent and assume that we are safe in this division, because that league table does not look safe to me in the slightest. Manchester City away from home next. And I'm expecting defeat again, but desperate, really desperate for the win against Leicester now. But maybe we can channel our inner Carabao Cup semi-final and get something from this. Because my God, do we need some points right now. City then, Ederson in goal. Continually, Porro, Umtiti, Laporte and Alphonso Davies. Same back four we played last time. Kai Havertz and Leon Goretzka drafted into the midfield now. Rashica on the left, Silva on the right, and Aguero again up top. Dybala on the bench again. Donny van de Beek, who started against us last time. Well, they dominated us for the first hour last time we played them. And I think the last half an hour was just a bit of a freak one-off. I mean, I'd love it to not be a one-off, but I think it might well be a one-off. I'm still baffled as to why they're continuing to play Aguero up top. I might scout him just to see what his stats look like. But when you have players like Paulo Dybala at the club, I don't really understand why they'd continue to start Aguero, unless he is genuinely still scoring goals for them, in which case, fair enough. Oh, come on, Ches, why are you trying to play that pass? But, and he did, to be fair, he did score against us in the Cup, didn't he? But I fully expected them to start Dybala against us in the league. Arsenal, 7 points clear at the top of the table. What is that? That was supposed to go to... Okay, I need to sort my passing out, because I'm apparently not at it here right now. Aguero's at Muscle Cano there. And he's gone for the early shot there, Kai Havertz. But thankfully, Stefan behind it. Oh, come on. Why is nothing reaching its intended target here? Alphonso Davies blocked well by Campos. Alphonso Davies again. Waiting for a turn of pace. There it is. Jesus Christ. Tackled by Mepham is illegal, and it will be a free kick to City. Jesus, pinned in my own box in this game after we were pinned in the last game. Delivery by Goretzka is deep. Won by Wilson, will fall to Havertz. On his left, could shoot here. Ducks onto his right. Back to his left, has options. One of those is Aguero, and the 1-2, and a good save by Stefan. This feels like the opening 20 minutes of the Liverpool game. Goretzka to deliver the corner. Keeper's going to come catch. He's tipped away only as far as Milot Rashica. Rashica and Palaversa knock it about amongst each other. Oh, Alphonso Davies, he did that in the last game against us, didn't he? Showing off with those fancy flicks. Rashica with a brilliant challenge there to win the ball back. Campos trying to do something similar himself. And eventually, finally, we do work it away and have an accurate pass. Jeeps. Now, it was on the counter-attack that we cut City apart in the cup. Oh, and it might be in the counter-attack that we do so again here. All the play in our box. One breakaway, one goal. Cambridge 1-0 up. Bernardo Silva with the throw for City, taken quickly there to Havertz. Porro to Bernardo again, and here's Kai. Aguero is really the only option he has other than going for the shot. He's ducked one tackle and then does get the shot away on the left. I thought he shot on his right previously. Oh, that's a bit extravagant, isn't it? I've never seen Kai Havertz do that in real life. Okay. I thought he was going to turn here and then I thought he was going to shoot. So I lunged and tried to block a potential shot with Mepham. He's turned me. And then Cano, who previously normally is my expert shot blocker, can't get there. Kai Havertz fires back and City have an equaliser very, very quickly. Wilson into Cantwell. Pedro Porro's pushed a long way forward and he's out of position here. I see Rolls on the edge of the box who's arriving. Hit it first time. Oh, wonderful goal. Our lead is restored. Jack Rolls smashes that home. Oh, captain, my captain. Hell of a finish. See him break off the man in the middle. And he's... Oh, that's such a good finish. Such a good finish. Goretzka not tracking his runner. And City are punished for that mistake. Rolls' 8th goal of the Premier League season. And we're in front again. Use the left back again. Pedro... Oh, Wilson's touch was terrible there. Bernardo Silva steps in. Pedro Porro moving forward and getting too heavily involved in attacking moves has been... Oh, scoop terms beautiful from Havertz there. What a player he is. Jesus Christ, I cannot deal with Kai Havertz in this game. And City are starting to pass the way they did in the Carabao Cup game. Havertz to Goretzka and it's 2-2. Well, there's only one way to make up for your mistake, isn't there? That's to go and nullify the goal that we got through his mistake by scoring one of his own. 2-2. Every game against City is full of goals. Lovely ball across the field to Campos, but I think time's going to run out on us here at the end of the half. I've had to force a pass forward to ensure that the time doesn't tick away from us. Oh, no. What a block from the defender. We could have ended the half back in front again, but it wasn't to be. Brilliant interception from the man in blue. Bernardo Silva. And Aguero linking up well. I see the man on the edge of the box. That's what I'm worried about. There he is. It's Havertz. Pretty sure that hit an arm. I will have a quick look at the instant replay. I might have just glanced that incorrectly, but that looked like it hit an arm of Cano there. I mean, I have handballs turned on, and they are given occasionally when the ball comes in, like for a contested header and someone jumps up like that. But, I mean, if that isn't a handball penalty, I don't know what is. Kai Havertz's shot does look like it's going wide, maybe? Yeah, it looks like it's going wide, but still, I mean, that's handball, isn't it? I think the handball system certainly needs some work for FIFA 21. Kai Havertz earned a penalty there, and City should have the opportunity to go 3-2 up. Aguero off and Dybala on. And his first touch is a header from 18 yards that's straight down the keeper's arms. Goretzka having to fight hard to hold on to our point as it stands. Here's Dybala. I should have read him going on to his left, shouldn't I? Havertz shoots with his right. Doesn't really matter to Kai Havertz whether he shoots with his left or his right. He's pretty decent with both and quite happy to shoot on both. And that one certainly was going in. Although this time when it hit an arm, it was allowed to. That was the goalkeeper making the save, not Cano. Cantwell with the header there. Dybala with the follow-up header again. And Cano again with the ball away. Dybala, oh, sorry, Apadia, I don't know why I said Dybala. Has gotten to that. Oh, Palaversa steals it away from Rolls. Not long left in the game now. Even though there have been some quick-fire goals and responses in this game, with the way the second half has gone, you do feel like the next goal, if there is one, will be the winning goal. Just pray that if there is to be one, it'll be me that gets it. Goretzka driving in towards the box. Nice interception by Mepham. Poor pass, though. Rashica turns inside. Nice tackle. Better pass this time. That's good football. Abadia is well offside. Good finish, though. Win that header. Mepham's done brilliantly. Campos has come into a central position now. As I've made two changes. Clark on the left and Evans on the right, with Rolls making way, and then Campos moving into that central area. Change that we've made a number of times in our history here at Cambridge United, and I'm hoping that it will pay off for us here, although there's not much time left now, is there? By the time the change actually got done. Rashica turns and crosses well. That's going to fall kindly, and that's gone over the bar, thankfully, from Gio Lo Celso. Looks like we are actually going to earn ourselves a decent point here at Manchester City. Had to work hard for it. Really hard. As has Stefan in goal. But, provided they don't score on this attack here, which they could well do, but they haven't, we will get ourselves a point at the Etihad. Not as good a result as it was in the Cup, but just as entertaining a game as it was in the Cup. 24, 30, 35, 44. Quick flurry in the first half, just as there was a quick flurry in the second half of the Cup game. Jack Rolls gets man of the match with a 9.0. Hell of a goal from him. Two good goals from City as well, to be fair. So, would Nibs, not a priority, could prove me wrong. He can prove me wrong. He's not a priority, but I don't want to negatively affect his... I'll say both teams played well. Don't want to negatively affect his morale for the sake of doing so. We'll improve our offence. Fatigue is to blame. Changes must be made. I mean, I'll say we'll improve our offence. We haven't scored that many goals this season. They are correct. But it's not like we've been terrible in front of goal. We haven't been that bad. How many goals have we scored? In 26 games, we've scored 29 goals, which is better than anybody else in the bottom half of the table. And better than a couple of sides in the top half of the table. So we're not massively bad in front of goal. We're not particularly good defensively, with 40 goals conceded, but the majority of sides below us have conceded more, other than Wolves, of course. And they're at Watford, they're conceded 45, Leicester 45. We're not that bad. It's just not going that well so far. Leicester, Daniel Everson in goal, 4-3-3 for them. Ricardo Pereira, Andreas Christensen, Soyuncu and Chilwell. Bakayoko, Palhinha and Aram Barry in the midfield. Coletti up top with Luis Araujo and Douglas Costa on the wing. Doucouré on the bench. Jamie Vardy on the bench. Fred on the bench. Some decent players here, Leicester. Doucouré scored against us last time we played Leicester, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did, actually. I've made a couple of changes. Bissouma is in at CDM for Skip, just to give him some first-team football. And Clark has come in on the left-hand side for Cantwell. We'll wait and see if those changes can help us get the first win of today's episode. It's the last opportunity to get a win in today's episode, so I certainly hope we do that. Costa with a bring down. Nice tackle by Wilson, though. Look in front of Clark. We don't have the best of ball control on some of our players, so playing in the snow could be problematic. Thankfully, Okereke is not one of those players that has trouble with the ball at his feet. Abadia, well, Bissouma looking to make a mark with his first team opportunity, but well saved. Campos delivers. Cano's up. That's going to go wide, unfortunately, with a very hard bounce on a hard floor. Hard frozen floor. But still a decent attempt. Yeah, that bounced very high indeed. Palhinha into Aram Barry. Chilwell at left back. You expect to push forward quite a bit. Maybe that's something we could exploit. Oh, Campos has gone a bit AWOL. There he is. He's finally getting forward now. And hey, look. Ben Chilwell's out of position. Campos inside to Okereke. I'll go back to Campos. and just lift it, and maybe we can find someone in the middle. Timu Bakayoko is the man in the way. Plenty of amber and black shirts in the middle there, but only able to find the blue and white one, annoyingly. Now, here they come on the counter-attack. We might be in trouble. Araujo has Chilwell around the outside, looking for the man through the middle. Cano doing well enough against Kelechi there, and we will get rid of it. Maybe we could go on a counter. This is quite an end-to-end game, isn't it? And Clark is there available, and Abadir will make that run, and if I can find the pass, we really could be in for the first goal of the game. I'll look for rolls at the back post, but Everson cuts it out well. End-to-end game, this one. Just not got the goals of the City one yet. Out to Wilson. Through the gap nicely. Apparently I've developed a lisp. Into Okereke there. Given away. Araujo. Into Aaron Barry. All ping. Now he's going to have a good touch here, Douglas Costa, which he does take to ensure that he gets that under control well enough. There's a goal elsewhere. And it's Brentford going 1-0 up. And Brentford were bottom of the table. Or at least in the bottom. Oh, can't get there. At least in the bottom three. Araujo, I think it was, that fires that home. I tried to throw myself into it to try and get a block on it. But Leicester lead at the New Abbey. Nice ball across. Just right place, right time. I couldn't quite stretch with the defender. We find ourselves behind. And we could really do with avoiding defeat here. That relegation zone is looming behind us and getting ever bigger, especially if other clubs that are below us are going to be picking up positive results this weekend. Rolls. Turns well. Finds Abadir. Oh, bundled off the ball there. Okay, Reike. And certainly a foul. Now, can we score a good free kick? This is a really good position for one. I'm going to put it quite high. Put quite a bit of power on it. Time it yellow! Oh, so close. Oh, lovely turn by Abadir. Good save by Everson. Okay, Reiki's going to get there. That certainly hit a hand as well. Back to Ethan Clark. Well blocked. Oh, putting the pressure on. But can't get that equalising goal yet. And Leicester on the counter, but we should be able to slow them up enough to delay until half-time. He says this. Douglas Costa has found a little bit of space on this right-hand side. We might really be in trouble now. Need to stop the cross coming in. They've gone backwards, and hopefully that's going to slow them up enough. The referee blows his whistle. Good tackle by Wilson. There we go. 1-0 down at half-time, but, well, it could have been oh so different. Lovely ball by Pereira. Douglas Costa, rather fortunate to have the ball fall to a teammate there. Kelechi, though, left-footed, and I expected him to duck back onto that there, and he has now done so. Support arriving from Ricardo Pereira, who's a very, very capable wing-back. I really do like Ricardo Pereira in real life, and I'd love to have him. Oh, that was meant for you. Don't even think about it. I put enough power on that to take it to the man beyond that man in the middle. That was the intention. Ricardo Pereira is a wing-back I'd very much like to use at some point in a FIFA save. I haven't really had the opportunity, I don't think, to use him, or at least I don't recall using him in a save to this point. But certainly, if we need a wing-back of quality later in the save, if he's still young enough and good enough, I'd definitely be interested in using it. Yves Bissouma is having a very positive game here. Oh, but we can't find that equalising goal yet. Still trying to hammer on this Leicester door. Everson has been very good in goal. Okay, Reki trying to spin Soyuncu. I need to make another change, I think, to try and get ourselves in front in this game. But at the minute, I'm not sure what change to make. Let's try and Mecha for Abadir. And I don't have that impact sub, really, that could make the difference. I'll try bring Cantwell on at Cam and leave Campos out wide on this occasion. Maybe that'll make the difference. I don't know. Time will tell. Half an hour to go. And we've Liverpool again next, of course, in the Carabao Cup final tomorrow. Very much looking forward to our first proper cup final, although we're not unfamiliar with travelling to Wembley for games, are we? Having been in the playoff final 3 times. The playoffs as a whole, in all of the opening 5 seasons. In fact, no, we've been to Wembley 4 times with the playoffs. We've won 2 playoff finals. We've lost 1. I can't remember. We were lost in the final season 1, didn't we? And then, space. Rolls. Typical. Just as I commit to taking Jack off, he pops up with a goal. What was our... I completely lost count. What was our playoff run? We lost in the semi-finals to Brentford in the Championship and won the second attempt. We got out of League One via the playoffs at the first attempt there. And I can't remember... We lost... I'm pretty sure it was the final in Season 1, wasn't it? And then won the final Season 2. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it was Crewe, wasn't it? We lost to Crewe in the first season and then won in the second... Oh, God. So many RTG saves over so many years. So many playoff finals. So little memory available in my brain. You guys will remember. You're better than me. 1-1 though. That's the most important thing is that we've equalised here against Leicester. Let's concentrate on what's going on here, Tess. Forget about previous. We don't want to think about playoffs when there's the potential that we might end up getting relegated this season and having to contend for playoffs again next year. I do not want to get relegated from the Premier League. We have never had a relegation in a career mode save. I don't want this to be the first one to break that duck. Campos and Metcha in the middle. Oh, Pereira quick enough. Pereira into Costa around the corner to Kelechi. Nice block by Mepham, but still it falls free to a Leicester man. Bakayoko. Oh no, space for Kelechi. That's going to go near post. Ah, you just knew it. Leicester back in front. Kelechi Iheanacho gives them the lead with 9 minutes to go. It just opened up for him there, making the run off the back of the defender. Leicester 2, Cambridge 1. We fought so hard to get that equaliser. And for so long as well. And then we were only level for about 13 minutes. And then behind again. Nice movement by Metcha. I wasn't able to get the pass away with Basuma quick enough. Ah, man, I don't want to lose this game, but I think we're going to. The end of this season is going to be... Oh, that was terribly late. The end of this season is going to be very, very close. And not in a way that I'm looking forward to. Oh, he's done well. He's ridden the challenge and the referee will give the foul. And with time already in the 92nd minute here in stoppage time, that's going to be a defeat for us at home against Leicester City. A point from today's episode. This was really a winnable game and one we certainly were setting our sights on getting 3 points from. But we are going to lose by at least 2-1, if not 3, if they're able to turn this one home, which they may still do. Palhinha going backwards. There you go. There's the final whistle. Defeats a Liverpool, defeats a Leicester, and a draw against Manchester City. See us find ourselves in the real thick of it at the bottom of the table, especially if... I was going to say, especially if Aston Villa picked up a result with which they didn't, but Brentford have won by 2-1. That'll bring them a step closer to survival. We lack solutions at the minute, I have to be honest. Fortunately, we're just unlucky, unable to accept they were the better team. I'll say unlucky. Certainly came very close with a couple of opportunities. This isn't permanent though, we will bounce back.
Thank you, that's all the...
At least I certainly hope we will bounce back. So tomorrow then will be the live... Well, not that this isn't live. Will be the Carabao Cup final live from Wembley. Liverpool versus Cambridge United. And after today's practice run, and having played Liverpool twice this season and lost twice this season, it doesn't look that good, does it? But we shall try our hardest. And like I say, it is going to be the only one-off final we do for the Carabao Cup. If we get FA Cup or Champions League, obviously, in the future, then we'll do those as one-off finals. But this will be the only Carabao Cup final I do as a one-off special because it's our first. Outside of that, we'll just use it in a normal episode. So we are 4 points above the drop zone now. That win for Brentford takes them from 19 to 22. And the gap to the drop zone below us is 4 points. And above us, still only 4 points to 11th place Newcastle. 10 points away from 8th place Bournemouth. But I am rather nervously looking over my shoulder now. Please don't get relegated, Ches. Losing to Peterborough United in the FA Cup was bad enough, but getting relegated out of the Premier League would be even worse. Carabao Cup final tomorrow. The suit will be on, and I'll see you then.